Welcome everybody to Extreme Power No Handling Autocross, and today we're dealing with the 2015 Audi S1. Now this has a 451 horsepower, 456 pounds-feet of torque, 2.3 litre turbocharged inline 4 engine, and the car itself weighs 2,930 pounds. So couple that power with its all-wheel drive quattro system, and it can do 0 to 60 in 3.679 seconds, 0 to 100 in 7.654 seconds, and do 196 miles an hour. So yeah, I was going along the lines of the Ford Escort from the previous episode, which is a lightweight all-wheel drive car, though obviously this is a lot newer, so it is a little bit heavier than that Escort by about 36 pounds, but it has a decent amount of power, but obviously nowhere near as much as that Escort. But it should also have better handling, better all-wheel drive system, and improved tyres and brakes, etc. So yeah, not sure how this is going to perform. Obviously it's not a lot of power, but considering the car itself had about 228 or thereabouts originally, so it's got near enough, about twice the amount of power it had originally. So it's still a lot of power for this car, and it's still only small, etc. So yeah, let's see what it can do. Unfortunately, you can't actually put any more power in this car. There's only one engine you can swap this car. You can swap the engine into this car. That's just a 1.6 litre inline 4 engine. So I upgraded purely the original engine, which is what's still in this car. That engine swap can only get about 433 horsepower, so I've got a little bit more in this car. But it's still an extreme amount for this kind of car. Obviously it's not an extreme amount compared to other cars, but in the context of this vehicle it's an extreme amount. Easy. Highly doubt you'll ever see this car with this amount of power in real life. So not a road version. As you can see, it's plenty quick. It's dealing one alright with the power, so yeah, 1 minute 2.129 is not a bad time for the first lap. Got plenty of improvement there, I can tell. Whoa. So there's not really all that many flaws in terms of this car with this extra power. Sure, it's got a bit more understeer than usual, and I'm sure if you slid the car out it wouldn't be able to handle it all that well, but 58.458 is still not a bad time. There we go, 58.192. Really do have the confidence to do more with this car than previous vehicles. 57.324. Solid time. I think if this car was ever so slightly lighter, it would be a cracking time. Final time. Not the quickest. But yeah, 57.324 seconds is pretty solid. Though it's obviously nowhere near as quick as previous cars. It's about half a second slower than the Ford Escort, and more than a second slower than the likes of the Subaru and the Mercedes-Benz A45 AMG. I think that Merc could easily be the kind of contender for this kind of car. They are different, obviously. That Merc has more power standard, but they're both German, they're both all-wheel drive, and they're both hatchbacks. So, yeah, both of them are no-doubt contenders, and that Merc just comes out above it, quite frankly. And yeah, way off the likes of the Opel Manta and the Aerial Nomad. So yeah, even though it is a new car, and it is a new car with all-wheel drive standard, and has all the advantages of being a modern car, it just didn't have the power, really. And it was a little bit heavier than the Ford Escort, so it was down on power on that Escort, and it had more weight than that Escort. So yeah, I guess it was asking too much for it to be quicker than that, but still not a bad time, and certainly had very few issues in terms of handling, in terms of flaws. So yeah, only really had a bit of understeer and some oversteer issues, but nothing major. But yeah, if it had more power, maybe a little bit less weight, this would have done fantastic. But unfortunately, I was constrained by the fact that there was only one engine swap, and that engine swap comes out at a less horsepower upgraded than the normal engine. So yeah, nothing I could really do. But yeah, still a good time, and perfectly reasonable car, even with no extra handling upgrades. So yeah, highly recommend trying it out. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.